No teeth, he's got the train on track. Steam and steel. No looking back, a world of wheels. A world so vast, building dreams, making time last. Clickety clack, he's streaming the lines, never off track. Clickety clack, transport fever, no need to pack. Map so wide, rivers that twist, bridges rise through a purple mist. Cities bloom where his cursor kissed. A scenic journey you can't resist. Lay the rails, feel the hum. Watch the gears softly strum. Clickety clack, he's streaming the lines, never off track. Clickety clack, transport fever, no need to pack. Signals glowing, the twilight's near. Cargo rolling, the path is clear. Chat is laughing, the vibe sincere on his stream. There's no frontier. Clickety clack, clickety clack, he's streaming the lines, never off track. Clickety clack, he's streaming the lines, never off track. Clickety clack, clickety clack.
Hello everybody and welcome to my stream. My name is No Teeth Heath and today we're doing Transport Fever 2. And welcome Skyline. I have taken your advice and I've downloaded or changed that little config file so I can create a megalomaniac map. So I have done so, I've created a mega map. And I thought, well, let's start fresh on a mega map. So as you can see, it's pretty large. And to answer your question, what is the song? I assume you're meaning the intro song for my stream. Well, that's I created that, so it's a custom song that I created specifically for my stream. Yeah, so basically all the music that you hear through my stream is all created by me. So even the one that's currently playing and the ones that you've been hearing are all my own. So yeah, so welcome to the Megalomaniac map. So this is it. It's fairly large, lots of different types of terrain. It's all about Transport Fever. So all of the songs that I generally do, I try to make it game related. So this is all Transport Fever themed. So there'll be some words in some of the songs. Most of it is instrumental for this particular game. I thought I'll create something a little bit calming because it's, I don't know, I find this game very, very calming. But look at this beautiful map. Lots of, well, a bit of water running through it. It's a temperate climate. Lots of mountains to navigate. But there's also a decent amount of sort of, well, you say it's flat, but then you look down a little bit and you've got these reasonable mountains. And as you know, at the start of the game, these can cause a bit of an issue. But yeah, so a little bit of water in the middle, and it just keeps going and going and going, doesn't it? So this is the map. And I thought, well, where do I start? Well, why not start at the very bottom right hand corner? So we just have a look down here and basically see what we can do. So right hand corner we have a town, a grain farm, and food processing plant. So step one, of course, would be to connect these guys up. We've also got another grain farm over here. Massive mountain range to get through. So we could either go around it or dig a tunnel maybe. Nearest town is Fairfield. That's going to be an interesting challenge to get a train line through here. And yeah, so we just basically start on here and make our way up the map and across the map. And you're playing a map from the workshop on a hard difficulty with 4 times the loan interest. You know, I tried that. A friend of mine, T2, we set up a little challenge with each other, and he said, let's do 50% max loan, so you can only have 5 million, and 400% loan interest. And with the 50% extra costs for infrastructure, he did it lower, and I found it it was not a challenge. Because once you overcome the interest part, you just pay off the loan, then all the interest is, well, basically you make a lot of money. This setting is pretty easy, so I changed some of the settings. The idea of this map for me is just to have fun and connect lines and trains and things like that. I am going to be playing at quarter speed. I'll be using pause every now and then. It was not date pause, but just pause while we do the building. But other than that, it's going to be at slow speed. I've unlocked all trains as well, so that's not just America or Europe. So we have all train options when they come available. And apart from changing some of the detail in terms of view distance and things like that, I've not got any other beneficial mods. There's no other mods, so we've added a couple of additional viewable options for close-up views, and you'll see when we get into a train, and there's a couple of additional views that are mod generated. Without further ado, let's get started. I feel like I have I'm going to have to get our grain over to our food. And I'm just looking at my cat who's next to me, and he's decided to lift his leg above his head and do what cats do when they start cleaning themselves, and it's not exactly the most exciting thing to see. So just thought I'd share that. So step one, we're going to start with a train, a lovely grain train from our farm. So see, already it's like trying to raise it. We'll deal with that. That's a little better. Save almost 100,000 as well. Okay, we'll do that. And on the other side, we're going to have to do a bridge of some form. But I need to somehow connect this guy. And I suspect I'm going to have to build my own road system to make that work. And I want to have the train, I guess, this way. So let's build the road first. Start off with a standard small country road, will be fine. Across here. Then we'll go to our rail. There we are. And straight away we're going to have a bridge. How exciting. It's not exactly expensive either. I thought it would be a little bit more expensive to build a bridge like this. In fact, your plane doesn't have any industry to start with. This one here I've noticed the industry creates over time, and I've set industry to low at the start, so things are a lot more spread out, so our tracks are going to be quite long. Like even now when I'm building it, doesn't look that far, does it? When you go into it and start building, it's quite a distance, and just that is 500 odd meters. I'm trying to get it as cheap as possible at the start. Alright, I'll come back from this way now. Try and connect. Like so. And welcome to everybody else who's in. Feel free to give tips and tricks. Skyline is, or even you can ask Skyline some questions too. Skyline has got many hours in this game and is extremely knowledgeable. So, and being able to get quite a number of helpful tips and tricks from Skyline, including some of the different options for mods and things. So yeah, feel free to either ask me. I've started to learn a little bit more about how the game works. And if I don't know, Dr. Google will know, or Dr. Gemini these days for me. I used lovely Gemini. It's so much easier to use Gemini to do searches. You find that you get the answer rather than a selection of web pages that you have an option to go and have a look at. Oh, come on. Really? Did I screw that up already? Okay, step one is of my screwing up. Oh! Needs to be further back. Let's refund it and replace it down. A little further back. I lost a couple of grand. That's okay. There we are. That should make it much better. Okay. Now, to buy a train. So as I said, we've got all options, but so we can either have the European or the American and the German options. I've done a little bit of research as well. It's like, what's the difference between power and traction? And then you got emissions and weight. So essentially, you kind of want cargo trains apparently to have power. Traction, think of that as stamina, so how far they can go before they start slowing down when they go up hills. So you kind of want a bit of a balance with cargo. Passengers generally, if they're straight lines, you want speed and traction effort. But for us, or for me, I'm going to go with the Baldwin 6-wheel. I thought the D1/3 or D1/3 would be better, but power's lower. And then the Baldwin. Welcome back. So I'm going to start with this guy, and we're going to need cargo, so I'm picking up grain. And I did not know about this little search button. You can choose the cargo type, which I quite like. And again, you've got different options depending on the era. And I'm looking at, for me, lifespan. Now, important to note that while lifespan says 12 years, I believe that because I've got it on quarter speed, and let me just double check. Let's see if it updates. No, okay, it updates. So 7 years worth of time. So that is 1857 essentially for this. So when you're playing at quarter speed, everything gets divided by 4, with the exception of expenses and things. Anyway, cargo. Let's get back to our grain and our lovely gondola, which can handle 7 at a time. Will last for 12 years, which is very good, and we can color them. So we'll do yellow. Maybe we should change the steam engine to yellow. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, we'll make that yellow. Then cargo, grain, 1, 2, 3, 4. I like to start with 6. No, I like to start with 4 and then add more as we need to. And that's $1 million, just like that. Alright, let's set our line. Head on over to, well, we're going to have to go the direction of this, so we'll head on over to the food factory. And then over to grain factory, grain farm. And in our tradition, we'll unpause, get in our lovely little train, and let's have a bit of a view. It's filtering the wagons so that can carry the cargo that I'm transporting. That's kind of what I mean by cargo type. So selecting what cargo type the train can handle, or that particular carriage can handle. So I've made a couple of mistakes where I selected something that can handle oil and tried to pick up grain, and of course it doesn't work. Now I don't know if this is mod, but I can press the page up and down buttons and I can get different views. Gosh, that's a very bright yellow. Maybe a little too bright. I like it in a way. Yeah, so lots of different views. That's quite neat. And with the view distance on, seeing the mountains in the background and the water quality doesn't continually flicker between black and other colors. Yeah, so I do like this option of views. And here we go, a little let's sit by the wheel. It's already got rust. How dare it? It's a brand new train. How can I have rust? I demand a refund. These are quite nice views, I find. Quite a bit of variety in the old camera. Of course you can move the camera around to suit your own needs, but these are nice default. Oh, that's the end of the world as we know it. Where does the water go? It just goes into an invisible barrier and then comes back. Once a year, the tides change and goes into the abyss, and then it all comes back out of the abyss and goes the other way. That's another end of the world area. Top down view. And here we are inside a cart. You can go in each cart as well and back to our main view. It's great. That is an advanced camera views mod. Yes. Yeah, you can't seem to do page up, page down. It's interesting though, because I do remember being able to do that in Transport Fever 1. But I'm guessing it was because I also downloaded the mod. And of course the other option is you can sort of do that, move around with your mouse and stuff like that. Kind of disorienting a little bit. Then when you escape, you can sort of do the same thing, just manually. So yeah, so this is train 1. On the left hand side, it looks like we're about to pick up some stone or coal, but that'll change the grain. Bear on the right there. And off he goes. Off to find some honeybees. Welcome to the farm, and looks like we've already got some grain sitting on the platform waiting for us to cart over to the food place. Right, so it's at this point I do a very quick pause. I've only got 4 carts. Let's have a look what's waiting. 71. Can only handle 28. This is where I will modify our vehicle, edit, and I'll add a couple of additional gondolas. I guess we better stick them on yellow as well, make it consistent. I always like to have 6. Relatively flat line, you can get away with 6. Obviously it's a lot more expensive, and that means I can have 42, make some more money. And there we go, nice full train, 42 or 42, and we'll start to see our money slowly go up instead of having a big red running cost in our finances. So that's established. What's next? What else can we do? So he needs, or Murita would like food. So we need to cargo food from here over to here. And hello, we've got a train track already, so why not utilize a train track? So then it's a case of where do we stick the cargo line? There's a couple of options that we need to consider. Step 1 is, do I want to prepare, i.e. a tunnel that goes from here to here, and try and connect to Fairfield, and also maybe get this grain to also go to the farm, to the food processing plant. Initially, no, I'm just going to add some transportation, and that is going to be in the form of a cargo train, but it's a case of where do I connect it to the roads? For starters, let's have a look at these guys. So commercial is in the middle, industry on the right, and residential on the left. So these guys are going to need the food. So we can add, for starters, a basic transport system within the town itself. So we're going to need a road depot. Actually, let's do the train depot first. I might have a end terminal cargo system, and there we can see what's going to get affected with food. If I do it here, it's closer, but if I want to go back to the other side, might be a little bit of an issue. So what if, I also need to consider how high that seems to want to build the end. What about over here? Don't quite like it. No, that's not a good place. I think we'll stick with this one. I think I can handle the end bit. I can always add a second track on the right side. Right, so cargo, yes. Now, let's grab our tracks. A little bit more expensive because we're going to continue with the height, so it's relatively flat. Make sure I'm on the right area, which I am. I might go around the back of this building though, so we'll go straight ahead. It's a little bit too expensive. Can I lower my, let's try and lower as best I can. That's good. And that stabilizes with the ground, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay, so that stabilizes with the ground. Much cheaper. Now I should better go flat. And we'll share the bridge. We don't need a second bridge. And we'll add our signals to prevent any sort of jams or traffic jams. Good that the train's gone past. We'll buy a new one. Keep with the Baldwin. Now cargo this time we need is food. I'm going to stick with this one because it lasts longer, but we're only going to add $4 million. And off we go. Didn't put any colour on this. I think I don't like the colour. I'll leave that one as it is for yellow. It does stick out though, doesn't it? We only need 4 because I think this one requires 2 grain to make 1 food. And this is a lot closer too, so there'll be times when this might actually end up going empty, if it isn't already. Yeah, no food has been created yet. Usually they have to establish a back and forth scenario. Alright, now that I've got the train up and running, next step is to add a small transport within the city itself. And for that we're going to need a road depot. 26,000. Yeah, we can do better than that. Yeah, 16, 20, 14,000. Yeah, we'll stick it over there. And then we need some bus depots. Now you can either use the overlay, which I've learned, to separate between residential, commercial and industrial. You start learning, you can see that commercial generally has like things like food, and industry requires things, in this case cogs, kind of like machinery, and then houses just look like houses and don't have anything. So I'm just going to go a very quick 3 stop route. So 1, 2, and then 3. Oops. So we're going to need to have some vehicles. We'll go with passenger. Again, you're looking at the hour, and it's looking at the price as well. So these two are the same in terms of price and upkeep. No real difference apart from this one's half as powerful than this guy, which is kind of weird. And this one doesn't hold as many. So I'm going to stick with the stagecoach. I'm going to buy 3. Create a new line. And it's going to be our line. So doing that's going to increase the speed at which the city will start to increase in population and things like that. And you'll probably find that something starts to change as soon as one of these guys heads to a stop. At least that's what I found. Yeah, we can get in and have a look. See how the town is. You'll be back? No problem. I shall see you very shortly. I do like the detail. Oops. That was a horse. I think you can also do the same page up, page down with this advanced camera mod. And just like that, we have our first passenger. Oh, what's happened there? Randomly went through the world. A lot of people suggest naming things, but I don't know. I do like the view, but the same. Imagine living here. Alright, so passenger route is up and running. Cargo ×2 is up and running. We're down to 1.35 million. Let's repay $1 million so that we end up paying less in loan interest. And we can see we're already on Q2. Now railroad was making money at the start. We can check our lines actually. Our finances. So in the first quarter we made income 319,000 with 98,000 expenses. But yeah, we're basically making money, which is excellent. This one on the other hand will probably be losing money right now because we're not picking up anything. We picked up a tiny amount. But as this delivers and this starts getting more and more action, this will start creating food, which will then of course head back. To make this more efficient, ideally we'd like to have another grain farm heading on over here. So I see there's a couple of options, one all the way down here, and we've got this guy over here. Getting to this is going to be a challenge. Starters, the road is right here, which is already on a hill. Look at that. And I'm going to have to go through the mountain. So let's have a look and see how much it costs to build a tunnel. Easiest way to just go like this. $8.5 million. 8.3 million. Okay, that's what about down here? That's a little better. It's still $2.7 million to create a route. Oh my god, look at how expensive that is. So that is possibly not the best way to go. Not initially, not when I'm fresh off the boat, so to speak. So let's try and grab this guy. Now it does mean having another bridge. I could connect to this and have it linked. The alternative is, I wonder whether or not a ship can go through here. That would be neat, just to add a little bit of difference. It's going to take a bit to get a ship here though, and I don't know if it's going to connect to this. Let's have a look. If I create a cargo thing, and the answer is no. So I'd have to do roading and the shipping. Although it would be kind of neat to do, I think. If I connected this to a separate road, in fact, if I add a road, sometimes it does connect it. Let's have a very quick look. If I add a street down, say here, like that, and then if I add my ship Nope, doesn't work. Okay, I'm going to go with train. The thing you had to do affects your mental health a fair bit. I'm glad that you got it. Okay. Well, I'm glad that you were able to sort it out. Hope everything is okay. Right, what am I going to do? Let's go with a train. So we'll go with a cargo line. Now I know we need to get some money. $191, and you are connected. Do you see how that's slightly, well, it's a brighter white. I have a sneaky suspicion that the range makes a difference on how quickly this gets upgraded or sends grain, I guess. In this case, I'm going to stick it right next to it. I am going to utilize the same train route. Let's grab our money back. Probably need a couple of million. And this farm will be deleted. Oh, I thought it would be. Ooh, $500,000 bridge. No thanks. Let's see if we can reduce. Wrong way. So we can go down. It doesn't seem to. It's like $236,000. Well, that's better. Is it because this is being removed? Huh. Alright, well let's stick with the bridge. I guess we're spending $500,000 on a bridge. Let's stabilize this. There we are. And I should be able to follow the coastline. Come on. What is up with this? Let's just check out. Why is it increasing? Have I got the... Oh yeah, there we are. So I had the little button that was going up and down with the terrain rather than try and keeping it nice and flat. I find that if you do a little bit at a time of track, it keeps the cost down. Or if you do just like a big blob, when it goes up hills and things like that, it starts changing the terrain, which makes the track flatter, but also costs quite a bit more. It's a bit of a trade-off. Initially, I think it's kind of okay to have maybe a balance. So you can see that that's sort of digging into the terrain, whereas if I go here, it's a big difference from, say, no, that's not too much of a difference, is it really? Sometimes it is, and when it is a big difference, I'll sort of show. Go through the trees. This is going to be a nice track. And probably a very profitable route too, I'm hoping. The other thing I've learned is the wider the angle, the better the speed will be. Which doesn't make any difference at the start, but later on when you get bigger and better trains and faster trains, it does make a difference. I have a sneaky suspicion that it's going to be a problem. I think this is going to get deleted now. I'm wondering if it's going to charge me an arm and a foot. Oh, good. Just past it. Oh, we're bridging now. Let's try and keep it a little bit lower. Let's see what I mean by the terrain, which is not too bad. It's like a flood wall, I guess. And I'm gonna connect to the track, but as far down as I can. So this will be yet another intersection. What if how much it costs? That's not too bad. 52,000. Alright, let's do a very quick pause. Gonna add our light and signal, call them lights. At the moment they're just swinging arms. Three-way track to go in here. Now, I need to unpause. I need this guy to come back around here first before I build this or buy this next train. Have you made money yet? Oh, you're carrying 17. So you're going to start making money now. Already halfway through the year. I'm going to need to borrow some more money. Alright, I think I'm safe to buy another vehicle. So we'll start with our steam engine. Stick with the Baldwin. Cargo is going to be 6 of the carts that can take grain. So that will be this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. $1.5 million. Set the line to go from you all the way down to you. So it's going to be a little while until we earn some money. This should go right if I remember correctly. And let's ride the train. We'll just do front on track view. And of course, while there is an element of money management and cargo management, for me the biggest thing I think is all about the views. One of the more enjoyable things, I should say, is about the views. I do enjoy the other stuff as well. Welcome back, Skyline. Getting ready for a busy day tomorrow for work. Oh, you got to, just as you say that, you got a work friend coming to see you. That'll be nice. A nice chill out afternoon on a Sunday. work for me. I just treat, even on a busy day, I just deal with one task at a time. Which can cause issues when people start sending things which are urgent. So it's like, well, if you don't call me and let me know you've sent me something urgent, then it goes at the bottom of the list. Because I like to work in order. I don't like going from number 1 to 7 or do number 11. Got to be in order of when they come in. Unless somebody gives me a call and say, hey, I've got something for tomorrow, please action it. So unfortunately, sometimes with my job, within half an hour I can get 20 requests, and then the next 2 hours I'll get nothing. So it goes up and down. Mondays are always busy. On Monday I've got a whole bunch of things that I have to check for that happened in the weekend, all the weekend tickets that we get all get audited, I guess. Checking for errors and issues, send them back, change the right statuses, so on and so forth. And that's my first sort of half an hour of the day. Then I check all my projects that go through. So Mondays are always busy, so that's a good half an hour to just double check all those, make sure no random changes. And then it's on to the actual new upcoming schedules and projects and things that I have to do on a standard regular basis. That looks like a bit of a elevation, doesn't it? Coming back, we're going to slow down up this little hill. Doesn't seem like much, but it makes a difference. That tells me that I created the train track in a relatively inefficient way when it comes to placing the tracks. Maybe I didn't need to do this elevation. I don't know why it's gone elevated like this, but that's okay. We're kind of maintaining our speed. It's better to have empty going up a hill and full to go down, yes. I've been playing with some of the routes and trying to make it so it's a slight slope when it goes up on empty. Coming down the hill, you can be as full as you want. Brakes don't matter in these. Everything can sort of stop relatively suddenly, I've noticed. Although we're only dealing with 40 odd K trains, 40 to 50K trains. Let's change our views. The other side, which I quite like the water view. And that's not a bad view either, actually. Quite a long journey for this particular route. So it might be a little bit of time before we actually send an end result. Look at that beautiful bridge in the background. Let's see what it looks like up close. Skyline, you've been having some internet issues, right? So we've noticed over here, I'm not the only one who's sort of been noticing it as well, that connecting to America, which is where Twitch is, or maybe it's in Australia, I don't know, but connecting to different sites are definitely slower. It goes off and on. I did like a speed test. I'm supposed to have 900 megabits download connection, and when I did the speed test today, it's coming up at 70 megabits. And then when I did another one, it went up to 800. Yeah, it just keeps fluctuating. So it feels like it's unstable. Which might be similar to what you're having, especially if we're connecting to overseas. Now you can definitely see the slope on that bridge, can't we? But with an empty train, as Skyline indicated, it's okay to go up an incline, like so. Yes, we'll slow down a little. Coming back with a full load, we're going to be coming down. Let's have a look at that water line. Down to 25 k's an hour. Imagine having a bridge like randomly going over your wheat field. Make it quite hard to harvest, wouldn't it? And how much is waiting? 7. So we're going to have a very unprofitable month with this guy. It's already $91,000 in the hole. With 2 months. Trains and horse carts going up 1 kilometre. Yeah, they do go slow up an incline. If it's a tiny incline, it's not too bad for a horse. The length of the train makes a difference too. So if half the train still needs to go up the hill, then even though you might be going down the hill on the front of your train, it's still going to be super slow until it balances itself out like scales. Alright, so this is... it'll take care of itself. I don't need to worry about it too much. So what's going to be next? Next one for industry is if we continue along here, we've got iron, we've got coal, and those go to a steel mill, and I can see one over here, but again that's an interesting route to have to go through. It's a lot of hills to worry about. And it's also quite far. Look at that. It's going to be quite a mission to get any goods through here, even if I try and follow the road. It's a lot of incline. Not so good. So we'll try and find something different. We've got a wood forest here. Another iron. Stone. Aha. Stone to a brickworks. That might work. We've also got wood, I see, here, which can connect, oh, and another one here, which can connect to the sawmill. We've got a couple of options that we can look at. It's quite a distance. So initially, I might just grab the stone to the brickworks, and that's 1-to-1, so that's good. And consequently, this guy needs bricks. Excellent. Right, step 1, train station. This is going to do the same thing with our terrain. So let's have a look at a building.
The map is laid out, a world to command, an open future, a digital land. The timeline begins, the waiting is
It's not a bad one.
1850.
The other option is there. Nah, we'll go
The very first journey from dusk until dawn. Then 1862, the Borsig appears, building
done.
the network, conquering
And on the other side,
the resources flow. A symphony of progress, watch the empire grow. The beat starts to rise, the signals turn green.
I think this can be a termination one. Yep. So we need a bridge over the water. $100 grand. Gonna need to borrow some more money. Oh no. Might need to look at maybe waiting until we earn some money before we do too much more, because otherwise we might get too inundated with interest costs and things. That should be okay. Yeah, we'll go from this way. Might be able to disconnect like so. Yeah, that's not too bad. Right, now let's prepare. If I use these guys, as in this wood, to connect, I kind of want to use the same train depot, keep the cost down. So can I add a track that sort of veers off? Yes, I can. Like that. Here we are. Need more money because it's going to be more expensive than $1 million to create a train. Stick with the Baldwin. This time cargo. What are we doing? Stone. Where is it? Where's stone? Here it is. Ah, it's the same cart. Start with 4. $1 million. And we'll go from you to you. A short trip, but not too bad. Now we might as well build up a passenger transport system here. So that is a road depot. Oh, $13,000. Okay. It means we also need a truck station. On both sides. Do it right here. Oh no, I don't need one for that. I just need a random thing on the side of the road to dump the goods. And it can go right there. Passengers on the other hand, and we'll go 1,
Build a city where the highways end.
2,
A station hums, a bridge ascends. This is
3.
where your dreams extend.
Passengers, we want 3 stagecoach, 1, 2, and 3. And that's going to go 1, 2, and 3. Now, cargo, you're not carrying anything, but we're going to create some cargo lines. Let's have a look. All the same price, basically the same, but this one lasts. This one doesn't last long at all. This one looks like the best because it lasts longer, 6 years. It's also less weight. Okay, let's add 2. We'll go from the cargo station and drop it off on the road. Ta-da! Oh, that's the wrong place, isn't it? Needs to be there. Oops. Hence the icon. Manage the line. Add station. That one. That's better. And off we go. That's passengers. And that's our little cargoes. Train's on its merry way. Don't like this view. If you could get rid of the smoke, it would be good. It's probably a mod to do that, right? Only get rid of the smoke if you're in that view, because like that view with the smoke is good. It's like it seems normal. Right, let's do a very quick pause before he goes into the station. Now we can see we've got 39 waiting. That's wonderful. So we only can handle 28 right now. Got $1 million. Let's manage the vehicle, add 2 additional cargo gondolas. Another 408,000, but that's going to give us 42 capacity instead of 28. And when we have 39 on the platform at the moment, the more we can cart, the better. and the more profitable. It's a relatively straight line, as you can see, in terms of contours. So we should be able to maintain speed as well. Right, let's have a look to see how our original lines are going. Let's pay off some money. And what's up with you? What are you stopped for? Okay, 21 of 21 food, that's fine. How's our finances? Are we making money? Not a huge amount. To be expected at the start, especially with the fact that this is a 2-to-1 system, so it's kind of relying more on this guy. How about you? You're making decent money. Wow, we'll look at last year, 319 versus 98. Yeah, a couple of 100,000. Can't complain about this. What about our passenger line? Only got 3. Made 17,000. It's pretty good. Getting food. And what about our big guy? Oh no. Okay, minus 2.37. How's our finances? Well, I made a tiny bit, $7,000 in the last quarter. Or is that current? 12. Oh, that's current. Okay. Basically, we're not going to make anything. And there we have it. Expenses come out. -2. Not as bad as it could be. And this is still not generating a huge amount. But it will. It's considering it's a huge farm, you would think it would make more, right? Just based on looks anyway. So you're challenging yourself to have the lines up and running plus making profits by the time your work friend gets there. Fair enough. I think I'm okay with making money. Oh, excuse me. I see that we're already in the negatives. Let's borrow money so we don't have any problems. But we get a loan interest of not too bad. The biggest thing for us is investments. And the income is kind of low in comparison to what we're spending. I'm also going to turn off that little overlay that shows the expenses or costs. Find that quite annoying. I'm fairly comfortable that these are all going to be okay and make money. It's just going to take some time. So we'll come back and have a look at that. Now, how are we doing over here? Where's our train? Here you are. Now you're making money straight away. Quite a lot, actually. Oh. Need to do a save. Every year we do a save. January 1851. Ta-da. So we've got cargo, we've got transport. We're not making any bricks yet or sending any bricks. This guy's now got bricks, so these will start to transport to Santa Ana. What's next? Next will possibly be this sawmill, which requires wood. This is also another 2-to-1 industry, so 2 wood to make 1 plank. So let's have a look at our terrain. So we can see we do have some ups and downs. Quite a bit actually. We can kind of stabilize it if we stick to the mountain's edge. and then go along here. That's a very long track. Okay, the other option was this guy. Let's have a look at our contours. It's not as bad as I thought. If I go around, I almost wish I could just go straight through. But, I mean, look at the expense. I don't have a spare $3 million. It's not as bad as I thought it would be, to be honest. Shorten it down to 1.5, no, yeah, 2.5 million. Is it worth it? Skyline, is it more expensive to have maintenance on the bridge or a tunnel than a standard track? Because that would significantly lower the time to go between A and B. But if I do it this way, I can share the line. And if you think about it, let's cancel that. Let's say I do a track which goes, it's 100,000, then like 200,000, and then, yeah, much cheaper. You're still looking at like $1 million, right? To get from here all the way around. You'd think it's a bit more? Yeah, I'm not really sure. Well, why am I paused? I'm not, it's just slow. Happy that this is full. How about we look at a different spot? Let's look at something else that we can go. What about the coal? Where's the coal going? Nowhere. I'll leave that alone. What's over here? Fairfield can have also kind of on its own. Nothing really that I can connect easily. How about here? Aha, logs. And there's logs over there. Steel. No, oh, there's coal. And iron is here. These guys connecting to this might be alright. It doesn't look as far. Yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this particular... I'm going to build up this ball mill here. How much money can we actually get? I don't know what I set it at. Do I borrow? I think I got it to 20 million. Yeah, I do. Alright, we'll start with that. Now, where can I put the station? This is not too bad. Gonna have to go over the bridge, I mean over the water. Okay, you there, and we'll do this one. Blech. Don't know if I like that. Maybe we can build our own road.
Transport fever too. Forever it seems.
Yep, and then we can share the track, double tracking it. That's okay. Good. So I think what I'll do is I'll build the bridge here and then go across like this on sort of an angle. If I can, as long as that road is not in the way. Construction not possible. I had a funny feeling it would do that. It's not too bad. Then we'll cross the road.
Lay the tracks where the rivers bend. Build a city where the highways end. A station hums, a bridge ascends.
121.
This is where your dreams extend.
Yeah, that'll be okay.
Steam and steel, the engines roar.
Okay, next is a station. Not a station, a depot. And I think the depot can possibly go here.
Plant the trees, every route to weave in the tracks of tomorrow. We believe.
I don't remember grabbing that much of a loan. $6 million, okay. Anyway, we need a train. Lovely logs. Let's stick with this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Repay some loan. Don't have as much of an expense. And let's ride. $7.5 million loan, 4 times interest and extra costs are hard to put here. Nothing. Here goes nothing. Well, I'll tell you what, that's going to be a massive challenge at the start, especially with the extra costs. Before you press play, you're going to reload and a mod with a date speed is approximately per week. So the game doesn't get that's I didn't know there was a mod for that. I would really like that, like a bit more realism on the time. It's like 3 months to get from A to B. It's weird. If you don't want it to snap, hold C. Place where you want it. Okay. Didn't know that. I have to investigate those little micro pauses. You know, if you saw that little micro pause that I had. I'm not sure what causes that. The other thing is, of course, that water would not go white. The other issue that is something to consider is when you're doing boats, this bridge will, I think, block the boat path. Probably one of the worst bridges actually, it's quite low. To 8 days in game. I also find it slow, too quick, like already a year. When I'm on board a train, it's hard to hear. Thanks for letting me know. going to do a very quick sound check on myself. I didn't do a sound check, silly me. Could be that I wasn't close to the microphone, so sometimes I lean back on my lazy boy, not my lazy boy, my chair, so this is me leaning back and the microphone as opposed to basically right up. I have to take the into consideration. I have a funny feeling I increased my audio. Oh no, 7's alright. Wow, look how much wood. 54 still. 42 on the train. This will be profitable. Pay off some money. $9.5 million. So we earned $1.2 million in our railroad in the last quarter. We've only just started this quarter for April, and we've earned a grand total of $133,000. This $1.2 million is possibly oh, I've lost my place now. Over here. That's right. Possibly to do with this guy. Not making as much as I thought he would, to be honest. That's still money in the bank. This is far more profitable. Wow, huge difference. It might be because it hasn't come full. Yeah, it hasn't had full loads. That's what the issue is. It's going to take a while. Tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a ship. No, I'm not. It's too far for a ship. Right, what is next? So we've got Woodline 1 up and running. We can connect this guy as well, and that'll be Woodline 2. I could either connect to the same track and just have a double track along, or I could have its own track and just connect this way. Second bridge. Let's try a second bridge. Let's see what it looks like. Now you said I can press C. 834,000 for a tunnel. Oh, okay. See, it's a reasonable hill. Right. Makes more sense to use this guy. So we're going to have a terminating building for this one. Why aren't you snapping? Because that's a depot. Okay. We need money. I'm kind of going to stay along the same track line, and then we'll do this. Yep. I knew it. Selected the wrong track. Okay. Right, now I can either go left or right, as in a one-way, which I don't need to do unless I'm connecting this further down somehow, which could be a possibility. For the moment, I'll just leave it as it is, in which case I just need a signal on both sides of these. Now, I need this guy to also connect to this track.
Where rivers run quiet and the stars softly glow, whispered horizons, the world feels slow.
Here we go. Another train. Come on. Out you come. Oh, unpause. That would help. 383,138. Do you start off with maybe make the train wait for a full at least to thrive? Okay. I think, does it make a difference? So like I thought that when you first plonk a train down or a station, it has to go from A to B before it kind of registers the fact that you've got a line there. Before the factories start doing their thing. Look at that, earnings of negative $6.21 million. Probably get fired by the board of directors. Let's stick with this view. This is not too bad. There's weird shadow effects from the steam or smoke. Maybe not. I don't know what that weird shadow effect is on the left. So do you start with trains or horse and carriages there, Skyline, when you do your first runs? And what kind of industry do you start with, or do you just start with passengers? What do you think is the best view? Some people say they like to see the train. When you do the views like that, the terrain gets in the way and you get the clipping, which is not good. This is my favourite view, personally. For a train, anyway. Right, so you see there's one wood waiting, and I think it has to register the fact that I'm going from here over to here before it kind of registers that it's actually something that it can produce and a requirement. So for the moment I'll leave that alone. I know that it will increase kind of like how this one has. But we need to think about something to do with these planks. What can the planks do? Who wants planks? And zoom out. He wants planks and metal. Going to be a little bit of an issue trying to get iron over to this guy. They also want planks. We have a third lumber mill. I think 2 will be enough. Okay, what about Greensboro? It looks like a fairly large city. I think I can get some transport in here. Let's start with a road depot. We'll stick that nicely over here. Bus stations. So we've got there. That looks like a good spot. And that looks like a good spot. This one, because it's quite large, I'm going to start with 4 instead of 3.
Wheels hum beneath the floor. Trees blurred away.
And we'll take a trip. Let's pay off some money first. $130,000 profits. Nice. Starting at the slower times, you can go at that lower pace, can't you? Once I've got the map up and running, you can't start you can't add mods to an existing map, can you, for time? Seemed like you had to have the mod turned on when you're creating it. not a bad view actually, this one. But when you want to remove specific mods, I'm thinking of maybe looking at that time mod that you're talking about. There's no way I'm going to be able to connect this entire map by even by the year 2000, I think. So next week as well, so as you know, I do the Friday and the Sunday streams, which are game of my choice. However, decided I'm going to do what I call the gaming wheel. So that'll be a selection of games on a spinning wheel, and at the start of the stream, it'll be a random game from that wheel. We spin the wheel, and whatever it lands on will be the game that we stream. So that'll be Fridays and Sundays. I'll do that. So this week I'm going to continue today's stream. I just chose Transport Fever, mainly because I did Oxygen Not Included a couple of times in a row, and then I did that bonus stream of Oxygen Not Included as well yesterday. Tonight, however, I don't know. I'm not sure. Oh, look at that. A new building is being created. All because I've now got transport. Of course, the other thing I have to really consider is the fact that I'm using a Mega Map on a 7-year-old computer. I would imagine that as soon as I get a few more routes up and running, I might have some issues, slow down or something. Oh, I better check my year. Have I missed my year for saving? Hope not. Some of these buildings are getting quite large already. A horse show. Leather blankets. Oh, you can go right into them too. Some stuff gets rendered, other stuff does not. Alright, so that's passenger system set up for Greensboro. Now, what is next for Greensboro? I could send coal to the steel mill. That'll earn me some money. Yep, let's do that. Step 1 is a lovely little cargo. Let's borrow a bunch of money again. This looks like a slight incline. I'll try and go around as best I can. just looking at the curve and see where I need to go. Profits up and down like a yo-yo, huh? Grab another depot, the side. And lovely train. I think that'll be an okay line in terms of profit. It does go up a hill, so it's something to consider, but it's going to go up the hill on with an empty load. From here, it's reasonably flat, and then goes down the hill. Yeah, okay, good. Let's take our trip. Oh, we've got some money that we can replay. $12.5 million now that we owe. And I'll keep quiet until we reach the end of our destination. On the other end, not this particular one. Just thought I would see what the difference in sound is. And we've reached our destination. And as you can see, we've got 180 plus already waiting for us to pick up. We're making money though, you can see. So we can, another million that we can pay off. Right, let's investigate our trips or routes. We can use Line Manager, or we can just have a look ourselves. Mr. Moneybags, thank you very much. You're making me money. Happy with you. And that's just carting food to the town. How about this guy? Not making money, but I have a feeling this is going to go profit, non-profit, profit, non-profit each quarter, purely on distance. But when you do make money, you're making 500,000, which is pretty good. What about this guy? Yeah, making good money. Passenger service, 3 vehicles, making good money, I think. See how many people waiting at the depots. 13. Possibly can do with one more. I think I'll stick with the 3 for the moment. And that leaves us to go back down here. Not you. Our stone. Yeah, you're making decent money. Passenger service. Well, that's making even more. I like it. How about our brick line? 40 waiting, only 2 vehicles. Making a ton of money actually with just 2 vehicles. Let's add 2 more. Hang on, how many are we waiting? We can carry 4 at a time. We've got 37 waiting. It's 1 to 1. Yep, we're just going to add 2 additional vehicles here. Let's manage your vehicles and select them both, and we'll do the clone. Ta-da! Hang on a moment. When you have them selected, they look different, but they're the same. Excellent. Money is rolling in now. And further down, where's our wood? Didn't we have a selection of wood being done? Or am I on the wrong side of the map, or I've lost my place? I think it's this side. Here. Just notice there's wood here. Connect these guys. I said no because of that. Yeah, I did. Okay. Right. And back over here, we've got our new coal mine that's just been done. Line 10, making money. 4 vehicles is okay. Now, you are making reasonable money as well, I think. This line will be a little different, I think. Yeah, this might be another one of profit, non-profit, profit, non-profit, and it doesn't look like you're making a huge amount. It's possible because it didn't have a full train full of wood. Now it's starting to increase. 48, and we can handle 42. I think this will start making money now, which leads us to down here, and we're not doing anything with blanks. Right. Do I send the planks all the way up here with another line, a very long line, then I make this a double lane, a one-way street, so to speak? Something to consider as well is if you're watching from overseas. I'm in New Zealand, and in New Zealand we drive on the left, not the right. So consequently, when I design trains, my brain instantly goes, well, I can go left to right for trains and try to remember that the roads are the opposite way around. I think I am going to connect a train that goes from Mr. Planky over to here. But I think I'll probably want to get the steel up and running first. Which means I need iron. The closest iron is... where was it? Oh, here it is. Okay. Just trying to look for a way to go. I might have to do a very long track around and connect somehow. Let's do it. So I'm going to follow across here and try to maintain as flat as I can. Just gonna build a... oh, that's not what I want. Go back to here. Avoid the tunnels if I can. Oh. Maybe I'll just stick with that. Actually, it's not too bad. 126,000. It's a small tunnel. It's going to make it a little bit interesting, I guess. Right, now we go along. Try and follow the road or follow the contours. I just had a thought. If I connect you to you and then go from here over. That's might be a little bit better. It should work. Which means I need to make this into a one-way. Let's do a quick pause. No, I can't, because that is currently not connected. If I want to do that, I need to connect these two tracks together. And consequently, these two tracks together. So we'll add a signal like that. Now we'll go one way, yes. Right, you're on the wrong side, aren't you? That's why you're coming up with an error, yep. Just give this guy a quick crossover. Yep, that'll work. If only I didn't face you this way. Now let's add another one. Why not? You're off, Skyline. Have a good one. Take care. Thank you for joining in. Your friends must have turned up. Now the point of this was to go to the steel mill, wasn't it? So that's here. Need a way to get across. I wonder if I should connect this way. I've already got the bridge. Yeah, I'm going to use this way. So that means I need one line to connect like this. but you also need to connect. Oh no! Okay, I should have done this one. Let's get rid of that. Not one way. And then one way will go there. And there. Also need a stopping point just here. That one doesn't. Okay. Good. Right, tracks. Let's get this guy connected first. So what does that mean for us? Well, I need 2 trains, which means I'm going to have more signals so that we don't have too many stoppage points. One way, yes. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. That's enough. So therefore you, let's go and buy our next train. We need more money. Borrow, borrow, borrow. So cargo, this is going to be the iron. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Buy, and this line will be from there to there. Let you do your thing. You in theory will stop. If I've done everything right, it will stop. Hooray! Success. And then you'll continue on your merry way when you've gone past this light.
From the coach to the cart, where journeys start, gallop through time with a horse's heart.
It works. Try not to have them doing that though, because you see how long it takes them to increase their speed again. Oh, I forgot my save, damn it. Save. Okay, so we're Feb 1852. Commonly known as Year 3. Now this is not going to produce anything, I'm just thinking about that because I haven't got the train going from here to here, and I don't even know if it's actually going to work with what I'm trying to achieve. I really hope it does. It does mean I need to buy another train though, so let's go. Maybe I shouldn't bother about returning the money. Let's buy another steam train. Cargo 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that'll go from you, oops, that one, to that one. So that should register that this needs to create iron to go here, and then from here to here to the steelworks. A very long trip. Now I'm going to sell, pay back my loan. $20,000 in the bank. And if need be, I can just add a couple of additional trains on the line now that we have a one-way roads or one-way rails. But it does mean if I'm going to do connection to here, this also needs to be a double track. Right, well, we haven't really had a look at what this looks like. Let's get on here. We're going to go through our tunnel, our first tunnel. Wouldn't it be neat if you could put like little decorations in the tunnel? Where eventually some random citizen comes along and sticks graffiti. Wouldn't surprise me if somebody created a mod for it, right? Just have to hope that it's registered and there's something to be picked up on the other end. I don't think it will, to be honest. At least not until the other train gets to the station. Does a round trip. How's that for a view? the water heading off into the ether in the background. Aha, look at that, it's registered. 140 waiting for us. That is wonderful. I'm going to do a sneaky. Considering there's 140 waiting for us, let's do a modification. Let's edit our existing vehicle. Or add another engine to it. And we'll add some more cargo. We'll have 10. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 70. An additional $1 million. Ooh, okay. But at least that's going to fill up and hopefully make us a nice tidy profit. So you can add 2 engines. It doesn't seem to double the power, but it definitely helps. It's a relatively flat track, but with the larger load, you definitely need another engine. Otherwise it'll accelerate very, very slowly, and any kind of an incline going to cause an issue, and that would be around this sort of area in particular, because that goes up a hill, as you can see. Right, now that that one's done, let's check our other line. Where are we? It's this guy. Can't reverse it because we're on a one-way. This is going to make a loss for a little while. Music currently playing can be stopped. Nope, wrong. Music's off. The music that I have is my own. Right, so now that we've established that, well, we almost established a steel mill. So I've got coal coming here, which is there's quite a bit in storage, and iron is slowly making its way. It'll take a little while to get from A to B. So let's just check the distance. So it's not too bad. This one, however, is quite far. So every one of these possibly need 2 on this route. So as soon as you landed here and dumped your load, we will duplicate this guy. 42, hang on a moment, 70. Yeah, I'll duplicate this guy. In the meantime, let's go for a ride. I will go to the bathroom. And I'm back. Right, so this is about to land. I say land, arrive. See how much money we make out of it. $451,000. Not too bad for its very first brick or trip. A little less than I thought it would. Right, now you're already coming back, but let's manage the line, or manage the vehicle, and we're going to clone it. Not enough money, oh. Let's borrow $1 million. Now we'll clone it. Ta-da! Where are you coming out of? Hopefully out of here. Oh, where did you come from? Don't tell me you came out of this one. Oh no! Why would you come out of that? Waiting for free pass. Alright, let me add a light. Signal. One way, no. There. Coming out of here was annoying. Kind of wanted to come out of here. I guess it's okay. Now, am I doing anything with the wood? Good question. No shipment, so that means no, I'm not. Now, you need wood. You also need steel. And I don't think it's the same. That's the wrong one. I don't think it's the same container. Let's edit the vehicle. It's not. It has to be... where are we? Planks. It has to be one of these. So I'm going to need a very different train. Which is kind of annoying to get wood from here all the way down. Oh, I also need to make this into a 2-lane rail. So we'll do that up here. Connect you like too much curvature. How about this way? Yeah, that looks good. Right, signal. One way, yes. Stop there, please. I forgot that I need a signal here. This one can go right there. I'll do it right there and right there and get rid of this guy. Okay, so that'll solve this line, which means that I can now have another train that just takes planks from here, of which I have no idea how many there are. But we're not making anything right now, so that means we get a train. Let's borrow more. I think this is going to be our max. Oh yeah, we can't borrow anymore anyway, so that's our max. 15 million. Oh no. Okay. Baldwin. Cargo is lovely planks. Go with this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. From you to you. And then we need a way to get the planks across. Kind of makes sense to just build a simple bridge for roading. How much is a bridge? What the heck? Not quite what I had in mind. Not too expensive. That works. And we just need truck stations. So we'll get one right at the end there. And one here. And we'll do a sneaky. Cargo. We'll just grab 2 for the moment. So hopefully that'll register that you need planks as well. We'll check our system. So all the trains seem to be running okay. You look like you've picked up something. Who's that? This guy. What are you picking up? You're going there with an empty load. Oh, you're picking up more iron. I think it's going to take a while for it to register that wood can go from, or planks can go from here all the way to this guy and then across the road. We'll come back to that and we'll have a look at our original. See how we're getting on. So our grain train. Go down to 10. Yeah, it's making okay money. A couple of $100,000 a quarter. Or a year, that's what they call it. You are making... Oh wow. Off and on a little bit. Good and then not really good. 10 years. There we are. And this long train. I'm very surprised actually you've made profit each year. I thought you would be on, off, on, off. That takes us down to our stone. Making good money. Passenger transport. That's okay. Actually, how much money are we making out of it? I didn't even check. 33,000. Not too bad with only 3 horse and buggies. How about our bricks? We have 34 bricks in the warehouse. We have 4 vehicles making 27,000. How quickly are we heading across? This tells me I need more horse and buggies. Let's add an additional 2. Right.
It sings so low, a gentle tune.
Lots of coal waiting.
The sky spills color.
Decent amount of coal on here already. Coal stored. Aha! Our first train with iron.
They carry me over the hills to the endless sea.
See how much money we make out of that particular trip. A long trip. 569,000. That's nice. Nice. And now we have some steel waiting. Now, have we registered the fact that we can take planks across yet? We have not. Have we got a plank train set up and running? Your wood. More iron. Where's the plank train? This one. I hope I selected the right one. Let's go edit. Planks. That's the same as logs, so yes, it is. I have to say, it actually makes me want to create a rail to go across here instead of this truck, because it's the same car. I could just have that train go from this guy basically straight to here. I think I'll just leave it as it is. I'm sure it'll register at some point, but we do probably want another couple of horse and buggies, say, on this line, so let's double them. Welcome to Greensboro East with your non-existing load. Right, now you should register that planks can be made and sent across. Haha! 24! Okay, so that's going to be a successful run. In fact, we could possibly even add another train to take planks, just like we do with the iron. I'll have a look and see how we go before I make a decision on that. In the meantime, line 9, which is our wood, making money, and let's ride a track. And if you want to save on maintenance, you can remove those train depots once you've placed your trains. Unless you want to go realistic where you send your train back to the depot prior to editing it or changing it out. Myself, I just click the button. I like the realism aspect, but not that realistic. That kind of becomes in the tedious. Now I should have a look at this cargo system here to see if there's anything that's being missed. Doesn't look like it. It does look like I have room on the platform for more products. No logs in storage. What are you picking up? Ah, more of the iron. How are you doing? Where are you? You're heading back. Wonderful. Okay, so I think we've got all of that established, so we can possibly work on the next thing, but we also need to remove some of our loan. So we got down to 13 million. So we earned 1.6 million last quarter. A little bit of investment. Our loan interest is not too bad, I guess. Oh, down to 12.5. Not bad, considering we had 15. And of course, the more routes that we add, the quicker it'll start to go down. Yeah, do I need to increase you? How much food is waiting on here? 16. Possibly not. So it's about this point that I possibly want to look at what will be the next connection and industry that we deal with. So coal and iron are going to the steel works. Steel is going to go into here and then carted across. Currently have 18 waiting. How many vehicles did I have? 4? That only accounts for 16 steel for one trip there and back. Feel like I need another couple of horse and buggies, especially when we get the planks. So let's do that. We'll just add, we'll clone another 2. Uh-oh, not enough O's. We have negative money. Let's fix that. Might as well get these vehicles. So 6 cargo horse and buggies. That'll be okay. Also need to look at what do we do with cogs. So I'm going to have a production set up for this. Then I need to find a location for the cogs. So who wants cogs? Colombia wants cogs. Colombia also wants steel and wood. Well, the machine factory does anyway. Oh, I know. Let's do this. Another easy food run. There's a farm here and a farm here. And they want food. This will be the next one. Do I do horse and buggy? It's kind of close. I think horse and buggy might be a good idea for this particular one. Yeah, let's do it. It's relatively cheap. How many do we want? Let's go with 8. Always know what time it is by my cat. So I'm getting the evil eye from my cat right now because it's basically coming up to feeding time. I'm sure I told you to go here first. Let's reverse you. It's only enough for 4 at the moment. Hopefully that'll increase by the time they all get to go through the depot. Let's get on board. a long trip, isn't it? Not as many views on the horse and buggy, but yeah, I guess you don't need that many. Right, we'll let them do their thing. It's interesting, eh? Like, it didn't look that far, but when you get on here and see how slow they move, it's quite a distance. Are they all going to be full? Seems like. Right, the next one is this guy. So another farm. But what I might do is work on the loan now that we're earning decent money before I set up the next industry. It's a possibility, depending on how well this does, either more road vehicles, or I remove the entire thing and replace it with a train. Train will definitely go from here to here, and then from the food processing plant over to Colombia, in which case I need to, it's too far away for a horse and buggy, so let's add another depot. You know what, I haven't had any trams. Let's make some tram stations. Not done trams. Can I even make trams? I'll soon find out. Bus and tram stop. Okay, we're going to go tram station on this one. So bus and tram. So let's look, and we'll go 1, 2, and 3. Now, streets. Upgrade. How do we add tram lines? Probably should have looked at that prior to me doing this. Tools? No? Yes. Upgrade streets with tram tracks. Basically anywhere we have a bus line. Seems I need to have it at the end, okay. Right. Cargo type. Capacity 6. Horsepower, traction 2 kilowatts. Capacity 6 versus 5. Dollar value is quite a bit more expensive. Or mind you, that's not really, it's like 1,000. I almost want to have one of each. Oh, hang on, that's faster too. We'll go with this guy. Okay, we'll grab 3. And I'm going to ride the tram too. I haven't done it before. That looks good. A horse and a horse pulling. Makes you wonder why they have trams, to be honest. Like, why would you have trams? What's the benefit? You can only go on the one spot, i.e. where the tram lines are. Basically the same amount of passengers and speed as a bus. Still needs a horse. It does look nice though, I've got to say. Yeah, the tram lines do look kind of smart on the road. And you hardly ever see trams these days. Well, not in New Zealand anyway. We are coming up to end of stream as well, just letting you know. Another 9 minutes or so that I need to log. Have dinner. Feed the cat. Give him a brush. Yeah, this is the other negative. You have to, seems like you have to have a track the entire way to get a turnaround, unless I can build a tram track to turn around a little closer. I should have actually looked at that. It's quite nice as a scenic experience. Riding past the Old Crow Central Market. Hanson and Scott Sadlers, and there's the hotel. There's Fred. Hey Fred, welcome aboard. Having a chill out session inside here, pretending to read a newspaper. And good old Spaz Hands over here. Oh god. Her wrist. Maybe she had an accident. There we are, there's a tram line. I like it. Something different. It's a smart looking city actually. Okay, so now we need to look at how are we going to get food from here to here. It's possible that this is a good way to go. It's a slight hill. Otherwise we'll have to go around, which I'm trying to avoid. Oh my gosh, 2.64 million just by me gas bagging away. Now, what do we need to connect to Columbia? Nothing. So we can connect a end terminal, and you need bread, which would go there. That looks like a wonderful spot. Gives me room to expand on the side. Now, the next question though, let's do a save. 1853 Jan. Jan. Right, so can I get a track around here, and is that going to be an issue with gradients? I think it might kind of be okay. Oh, maybe not. That's a fairly large hill. I don't want to replace the field. Let's go around it if we can. Try and stay here. I'm going to need a station on this side, and that's going to have to be one of you. And then it's a case of tracks. $268, but it will be relatively flat, right? Yeah, we'll do that. It's going to raise some terrain, possibly down here. Yep, that's not too bad, and it's going to keep it. It is an incline, but it's not as bad. The only issue that I have is it's going to be an incline with weight. Right, let's add the building for the trains, commonly known as a train depot, and that might be an okay spot. Hopefully I can connect. Yes, I can. And we'll do a lovely little steam engine with food. Go with this guy. Grab 4. $1 million train. And we'll see how you do. Now, how are we doing with our horse and buggies though? That's a good question. Let's have a look at our entire line. $43,000. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's not too bad in terms of money versus invested. It's kind of okay. Actually, it's really good, to be fair. Need a lot more vehicles instead of just the one though. That's the only issue. Now, are you re-registered food yet? Nope. Are you making any? Not really. It'll take a little while. Right, have we got the money to afford another train station with a train? Well, having a train station here is going to be a problem, because I'm going to have to destroy this farm. Let's have a look and see what we can do. No matter what I do, it's going to be super expensive, I think. Unless I do it over here and just sort of connect around, but then I have that hill to deal with. It has to be this way. Don't have a choice. Okay, can I go that way? Nope. I think I'm just going to have to bite the bullet and deal with it. I have an idea. What if I build a basic street like that, and then I'd be sneaky let's go 120 instead. Makes no difference, does it? I'll go 160. That's okay. I'm going to call that a success. And then I can go around like this. Yeah, good. And I can connect to this side. Wonder what happens if I just do this. A $1 million track with a random tunnel. Oh, the entire thing's a tunnel. Wow. Yeah, we don't want that, do we? Nope. I don't want to spend $1 million, thank you. Let's do a standard. Tiny bit at a time. Now I'll go this way now. There we are. Right, so we need a light or signal on you. We need one on this side too. We'll add it before. Could not connect. Why not? Oh, I've done one way. Silly me. Get rid of that. No one way. There we go. That fixes that up. And let's do a very quick. Are you're going that way? Yes, you are. Get a train. This will be the last train, and then I will have to stop. Steam train. Oh, damn it. What have I just bought? Nothing. This one's grain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Seems very cheap. 758, 958. I got the wrong one, that's why. I want this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a massive difference, actually. It's like double the price. Oh yeah, because we can handle more. That's right. So 1.48 million. Boom, bum, done. Go from you to you. Right, and that is it. Let's do a very quick save. Where are we up to? March. We'll go April 1853, as soon as we hit April. Here we go. Save. April 1853. These big maps take a bit to save, don't they? Off to the main menu we go. Alright, thank you everybody who has been watching. Everybody should enjoy the rest of your day, and we shall see you all next time. Take care.
No teeth took us for a ride. Maps unfold in pixel dreams.